Uh, Good day, all. My name is Dr. Bello Abba Ahmed, and I would like to continue with the second part of the Nigerian economy we're discussing. The essence of this discussion is to bring to the table a lot of issues that have culminated into the economic crisis we're facing today. And in the first video, we started mentioning that during the first part of Nigeria history, from if we take it from independence, 1960 to 1986, Nigeria was like a pseudo-socialist economy where the government is the central planner of all economic activities, and it almost own all the factors of production and institutions and companies. But immediately after 1986, the coup of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida that ushered in structural adjustment program, there was a paradigm shift from a more of a socialist economy to a capitalist economy, because the structural adjustment program SAP is a capitalist model that is promoted by the World Bank and the IMF. Now, that is era, the era that ushered in capitalism in Nigeria, where the government, the central idea behind structural adjustment program is for the government to withdraw and continue withdrawing from all economic activities and allow the private sector to be the engine of growth. Now, this was the idea that was sold to the Nigerian government, and it bought into it. And then that is what we have been experiencing since then up till now. Government is continuously withdrawing subsidies, withdrawing its capital from many institutions and programs and projects, so that the capitalist, the private sector will take over. Now, this blueprint or this formula it's not in Nigeria that it first came into being. Other countries like India have implemented this kind of structural adjustment program. But the point is, since then, things have Nigeria bought into debt crisis, where series of loans have been injected into the economy by the IMF, the World Bank, and some other international institutions and countries. Now, these loans come with strict, conditions, and some of the conditions are not favorable for our economy, especially that the motto for globalization or international trade is beggar thy neighbor. Make sure your neighbor becomes your beggar. And that's why the richest country in the world, which is the United States of America, you find that their immediate neighbor, Mexico's, they are suffering, because the essence of capitalism is to accumulate as much capital or money as possible, and then irrespective of how you get it. Therefore, the issue of morality, the issue of fairness, the issue of equity or justice is not part of it. The motive behind capitalism is just profit. Make as much profit as possible, even if your neighbor or your citizens will become poor. So that is the motive behind capitalism. And then, if you look at it clearly, this has done more harm to Nigeria than good, because all that we are reaping today, most of the giant projects like the Ajakuta Steel, the Kainji, and most of the giant projects and institutions we're enjoying today were established during that socialist period. But this era of privatization is not fully functional in Nigeria, such that most of the privatized institutions, at the end of the day, you find that they either collapse or become moribund. And this has been happening. We are seeing it now in NNPC. We are witnessing uh, the withdrawal, continuous withdrawal of government from giving subsidies from all these kind of projects that are useful and critical for our development. And we are seeing it, we are also witnessing it in the electricity or the energy sector where it has been privatized and then still there is no improvement. We are still witnessing epileptic power supply. So